side deck. We got some metagame cards. Thunder King Ryo. I don't main deck this because I can get rid of the opponent's monsters fairly easy with Cat Sith or any other monster I get out there. So this card isn't really needed, but it's sometimes needed, especially when you're versing windups and you can't get that Karma cut out there. Effect Veiler. I'm going to run 3 in my side deck, but I have yet to get the 2 other Effect Veilers. I'm getting them this week, though, so it'll be nice to have 3. BLS, because there are dark targets in this deck. So dark targets plus the mass amount of Fabled Light Monsters. BLS, into game, big beat stick, you know what he does. Honest, because like I said, mostly light monsters, secret rare. Gold rare Morphing Jar, because discard all cards in my hand and draw 5 cards. Who doesn't want that when you're running Fableds? This next card, Fabled Grimro. I side deck it, don't main deck it, because I don't got cards that I like for this card yet. I love this card. I wish I had more of this card. And in Haunted Mind, the new gold edition, I'm getting 3 gold rares of this card. I can guarantee it. And I'm going to be running it in my next deck. 2 more engine cards, Fine and Cheerful Coffin. Cheerful Coffin is I discard up to 3 monster cards in my hands. So basically, use this whenever I need it, drop a Cat Sith just in case. Then there's Fine. This card is funny because your opponent reads it and thinks, why would you need this? It's not that good. Unless you're running Fableds or Dark Worlds. Pitch those cards, pop cards on the field. Drop Grapha if you're running Dark Worlds, drop Cat Sith if you're running Fableds. So, your opponent says, special summon Zen Mains or something big that can't counter it. Fine. Right there. Cat Sith dropped. Your monster's gone. That's the side deck. There's only 8 cards in the side deck, getting 2 more Effect Veilers and maybe 1 more Thunder King plus the 2 Grimros. It's about 13 cards in the side deck. Now the extra deck. I have a full extra deck for this deck. The only problem is that it's not complete. I have cards, it's just I don't like them. I want better ones. For obvious reasons, XYZs are popular. Leviathan came in Generation Force, went to the pre-release, pulled it in a pack, and won a Generation Force mat. Thanks to this card. Love this card. Acid Golem. Those not familiar, it is a number 30. It's a 3,000 water beat stick for level 3 monsters, cost 2. During each of my standby phases, pay 2,000 life points or detach one material from this card. The only problem is when it runs out, that effect still goes through and I could lose 2,000. So it's good to tribute this for the Dianara, or tributing for anything. 2 Utopias. I only run 1 level 4 monster, but the Grimros that I side deck are level 4, so I kind of like them for this deck, but if I can get the Synchros I'm looking for, these are out. Tyrus, because as I said, level 5s are big in this deck, especially Synchros, and once those Synchros no longer find use, gotta close them, it's falling out of the case. This monster comes out. Basically, this card is a 2,600 beat stick, and it is indestructible. It cannot be destroyed by card effects as long as it has material. But the only problem is, detach 1 during each of your end phases. But it's good because it pops 1 card your opponent controls whenever it attacks or is attacked during the battle phase. So if this card comes out on top, say I hit your Zen Mains, doesn't blow up, kill it with this. Main phase 2, drop Cat Sith, Zen Main, gone. Now starts the level 5 Synchros. Catastor. Not in its best condition. Mostly because I got it like that. There's a big scrape down the corner right here. I like it though because it's another dark target for BLS, and it gets rid of everything that isn't Insectors basically. So this format is good to get rid of cards that aren't Insectors. I have other cards to get rid of Insectors though. Probably my next favorite Synchro monster, Fabled Reagan. I want to run 3 of these because of how good it is. It's a level 5 for the Fableds, and if I have 1 or less cards in my hand, I can draw cards until I have 2 in my hand when this card is summoned. So, drop all my Fableds, get him out, draw 2 more cards, drop more Fableds, get another one out, just keep drawing, keep drawing, keep drawing. Magical Android, another level 5, keeps me up on life points just in case I get hit too big. Not to mention, it's also easy to protect because of Cat Siths. Black Rose Dragon, because level 7s can also come easy in this deck, especially with a lot of level 3 monsters. Black Rose Dragon, basically, if anyone plays Call of Duty, which most people do, This is a tactical nuke. You play this and you blow up everything. Stardust Dragon. It's Stardust Dragon. There's no reason to explain why you run that. Next is another Fabled Synchro, Fabled Valkyrus. Basically, you pitch a Fiend to draw a card. So I can pitch Kushano, draw a card, possibly another Fabled, drop a Dia Kushano back in my hand. Use that Fabled's effect. Not to mention it's a 2,900 beat stick for 800 stars at least. Red Dragon Archfiend. Not too big on this card. This card is good because it's a big beat stick and it blows up all defense position monsters. The only problem is if I don't attack with a monster on my field, it blows them up too. So, although it's not common, Swords of Revealing Light and Nightmare Steel Cage kind of blows up my field when I have this on the field. Not always a good thing to play. Next up, the last part of this extra deck. Next Fabled card, Fabled Leviathans. They are level 10s, and they are the biggest boss monster of the deck. Basically, it says when they go to the graveyard, you get to bring 3 Fabled from your graveyard to your hand. And the best place for a Fabled is in your hand, especially when your opponent takes back field control and you need to retain control. As you can see, I like to run all my synchros in gold cases with the exception of black, blue, and pink, which is in fact my Dragon Synchros. I prefer my Dragon Synchros to stand out, especially my Stardust in blue, Black Rose in a pretty pink, and Red Dragon Archfiend in a black to signify its color dark. Although I don't know why I have Stardust in blue. I just like blue. That is the end of this video. Subscribe, post a comment. Tomorrow or the next day we will probably upload a video of the psychic portion of the Fabled Psychic Dragons. And the day after that, or another day after that, as soon as we can, get out the Dragon deck. Because my friend who's doing the Dragon portion is currently working on the Twilight Chaos Dragon deck. So, Light Sworns, the Light Pulsar, Dark Flare, BLS, Judgment Dragon. I actually came up with a funny little name for that, Dragon Sworn. I'm pretty sure other people use it too, but I thought it was a cool name for it. We're trying to get him the cards for it. All he's missing is the Raikos, the Lilas, and the Light Pulsar. So all he has to do is buy 2 of the Dragons Collide structure deck, which are still hard to come by. And basically that deck is done. Subscribe, post a comment. Peace out, YouTube.